Today, as we start day, we're diving deep into survival lessons inspired by the soldiers who risked everything for our freedom. This isn't just history, it's practical knowledge you can use to stay alive in the wild or during emergencies. Whether you're a seasoned outdoorsman or just starting your survival journey, understanding the mindset and skills of the military can transform how you approach the outdoors. So stick with me, because I'm about to share some life-saving tips that come straight from the front lines. Before we dive deeper into the military survival skills you need to master, I want to let you know that our Memorial Day sale is happening right now. This is your chance to grab top-quality survival gear, knives, multi-tools, fire starters, and more, all at up to 60% off. But don't wait, because stock is limited and these deals disappear fast. Check the link in the comments to gear up and be ready for anything. The mental edge, how soldiers stay calm. When everything falls apart, when chaos hits, the mind is your most powerful tool. And soldiers know this better than anyone. The first survival lesson is mastering your mental state. Imagine being lost in the wilderness, night approaching, no signal, and the cold setting in. Panic can quickly spiral out of control. Soldiers are trained to control their breathing, focus on facts, and avoid emotional overload. Breathing techniques like slow, deep breaths help calm the nervous system and improve decision-making. This is not just theory. Studies show that controlled breathing can reduce stress hormones and increase clarity. In practice, this means when you face a survival situation, the first thing you should do is stop, breathe, and assess. But it's not just breathing. Soldiers use a mental checklist to organize their thoughts. What resources do I have? What are the immediate threats? What's my plan? This structured thinking prevents mental paralysis. For you, developing this habit means rehearsing scenarios and creating mental templates. So, when real trouble comes, your brain snaps into action, not panic. Let me share a story that perfectly illustrates the power of mindset. During the Korean War, a soldier found himself isolated behind enemy lines with no backup. Instead of panicking, he focused on controlling his breath, analyzing his surroundings, and quietly moving to safety. This mental discipline saved his life. You might not be in a war zone, but the same principle applies if you're lost in the woods or caught in a storm. So here's a challenge for you. Next time you feel overwhelmed, try this breathing exercise. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6, repeat until calm. Practicing this can literally give you extra seconds to think clearly and survive. Another mental tool soldiers use is situational awareness. This means constantly scanning your environment, predicting what could go wrong, and preparing mentally for it. Are you aware of potential dangers around you right now? Is your gear ready? Your mind should always be alert, like a radar. This prevents surprises and helps you act faster when seconds count. Gear up. What military-grade equipment should you carry? Next up is equipment. The physical tools that support survival. Military gear is designed to be multifunctional, durable, and compact. Your survival kit should follow the same principles. Let's break down the essentials. Knife, the cornerstone of survival. A solid fixed-blade knife with a full tang can handle everything from building shelter to food prep. Soldiers rely on knives not only for combat, but for practical daily survival tasks. Make sure yours is sharp, rust-resistant, and comfortable to hold. Fire starter, matches can fail, lighters run out. Soldiers carry flint and steel or ferro rods because they work in wet, windy conditions. Knowing how to create sparks and start a fire, even in rain, is crucial. Fire means warmth, cooking, and signaling. Multi-tool, from opening cans to fixing gear, a multi-tool packs a surprising amount of functionality in a tiny package. Soldiers trust theirs for quick fixes and versatility. First aid kit. military medics train intensively for trauma care. While you don't need full medic training, carrying a basic first aid kit with bandages, antiseptics, and pain relief can save your life. Learn how to use it because gear is useless if you don't know what to do. Navigation tools. Soldiers rely on compasses and maps, not just GPS, which can fail. Practice orienteering to avoid getting lost. This section can go on with stories about soldiers who survived extreme conditions thanks to their gear, such as the Vietnam War tales where small fire-starting tools saved lives in dense jungle, or how medics patched up wounds that civilians might ignore. Now, let's talk about fire starters in more detail. I mentioned ferro rods, but do you know why soldiers prefer them? Unlike matches or lighters, ferro rods don't rely on fuel or flammable chemicals, making them reliable even when wet. Learning to use one is a skill every survivalist should master. I'll walk you through a quick demo later in the video, so stick around. Your knife is another story. It's your best friend in survival. But not all knives are created equal. Military knives often have specific designs for durability and multifunctionality. For example, the KA bar or the Mora Companion are favorites because they're tough, hold an edge, and don't break under pressure. When choosing your knife, consider the blade length, steel quality, and handle comfort, and always keep it sharp. A dull knife is dangerous. Also, don't underestimate the importance of a good first aid kit. Soldiers carry everything from tourniquets to hemostatic agents that stop bleeding fast. You don't need to carry a full medic bag, but basic supplies plus knowledge of how to use them will make a huge difference. Learning how to treat hypothermia, cuts, and insect bites is essential for anyone spending time outdoors. Adapt and overcome. The art of flexibility in survival adaptability is a core military value. Improvise, adapt, overcome is more than a motto. It's a survival strategy. Plans go wrong, equipment fails, environments change. Soldiers learn to think fast and use whatever's around. In the wild, this means turning obstacles into assets. Need shelter? Use branches, leaves, snow, or even your gear creatively. Water. Soldiers know how to identify natural sources and purify them with simple techniques. One legendary example comes from Special Forces operators who survived behind enemy lines by using minimal gear and their surroundings to evade capture. Their stories highlight that knowledge and adaptability trump gear alone. You can learn to spot edible plants, create traps, or signal for rescue using natural materials. Improvisation is where the military shines. Take the story of Medal of Honor recipient Roy Benavidez, who survived incredible odds by using whatever was at hand, from tying tourniquets with his own clothing to creating distractions to evade enemies. His survival was a direct result of adaptability and resourcefulness. What does that mean for you? When things don't go as planned, don't freeze. Look around. Think creatively. Need shelter, but forgot your tarp? Use large leaves, branches, or even dig a small trench to block his wind. Forgot water purification tablets? Boil water or create a solar still. The ability to adapt is a skill you build with experience, so every trip outdoors is a chance to practice thinking on your feet. Training, practice, until it becomes second nature military personnel. Don't just learn survival skills once. They drill them relentlessly. Fire making, navigation, first aid. Practice repeatedly until they become automatic. Why? Because in high-stress situations, fine motor skills and complex thinking break down. Muscle memory and ingrained habits take over. For you, this means consistent practice. Don't just pack your survival kit and hope for the best. Regularly build fires, practice knot tying, read maps, and run through first aid scenarios. Join training groups or take survival courses if you can. Preparation turns fear into confidence, You can't buy preparedness, you have to earn it. The military understands this deeply. They run through drills repeatedly, sometimes in extreme conditions, so when crisis hits, responses are automatic. This is why muscle memory is crucial. It frees mental capacity to focus on strategy rather than simple tasks. Here's a quick tip. Schedule regular survival drills for yourself. Pick one skill, fire building, knot tying, map reading, and practice it weekly. Video record yourself, learn from mistakes, and improve. Over time, these skills will become so ingrained that even under stress, you'll perform flawlessly. Also, consider joining groups or courses that focus on survival training. Learning in a community builds accountability and exposes you to new perspectives. Plus, it's a great way to test your gear and skills in real-world scenarios. The bigger picture, honoring the legacy of service and sacrifice. As we reflect on Memorial Day, remember that these survival skills are not just tools for personal safety, they are part of a tradition of resilience, courage, and duty. Every piece of gear, every mental technique, and every practiced skill is a tribute to those who faced unimaginable odds in service of their country. Every Memorial Day, we remember those who gave their lives in service. The skills we discuss are a way to keep their spirit alive, to embody resilience, courage, and preparedness. Whether you're camping in the forest or facing urban emergencies, these lessons are a tribute. Before we wrap up, I want you to think, how will you honor Memorial Day this year? By staying safe, prepared, and teaching others the value of survival skills, you carry forward a powerful legacy.